And I've seen a lot of cops, I've seen a lot of lawyers pull out all of the stops. I've seen a lot of children with their parents in their hands. I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And some of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. See, we read it every day. The riots and the fires going on inside of the bay. The muggers and the government, they're all wanting the same thing. They take you for your money every spring. And I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. Take me. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. 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 Guitar Players Planet.
Down by the water, maybe I'm the sun, maybe I'm a daughter when the music man calls. That's when I gotta play. So I burn for the things I never had.
Sunny skies, the smell of palm tree air. Looking back, I could never feel fair. The way the music has touched my soul, the way that the South holds its control. But I've got a new way to choose. I'm gonna start running back to the lands of the new. Oh, na 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 na. Seems to me that I have lost my friend. Got the sunset off the highway again. Then I get lost on a long summer day. I must go back before it's too late. You're afraid, you're feeling alone. Time and space can never unfold. The holidays can ring in your fear. The ghost-stream embrace can only be tears. And I've got a new way to choose. I'm gonna start running back to the lands of the new. Oh, na 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 na. Sitting at the lake, I'm feeling confused, but I had my guitar, so I played this blues. But I'm afraid, what might be true, that I might never be back Seems to me that I have lost my friend. Got the sunset off the highway again. Then I get lost on a long summer day. I must be back before it's too late. Before it's too late.
Someone to take me down at night. Someone to make my day. New revelation fills my soul. Oh, I can waste away. You distracting my attention. You're all that's on my mind. Not looking for perfection, but you're too hard to find. Now the first night is coming, and I know what to do. You know that nothing feels sweeter than someone new. you, oh you, yeah, all right. Hey, yeah, yeah. Where did my color go? Got your head in the sand. You can't be in control using a powerful hand. I wanna be you, I wanna see you. Don't taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to sell me, don't try to say it's too late. You're gonna push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, hide a little color, it's black and white and blue. Black and white and blue, yeah. All right. Yeah. Cat learns to ring a bell. Rat gets free from the maze. We can be taught to love. We've got to learn a new way. I wanna see you, I wanna be you. Don't taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to sell me, don't try to say it's too late. You're gonna push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shadows. Push me to the edge, add a little color, it's black and white and blue. Black and white and blue, yeah. I wanna be, I wanna see, don't taste the kisses of hate. Don't try to tell me, don't try to sell me, don't try to say it's too late. Push me to the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, add a little color, it's black and white and blue. Yeah, black and white and blue. You're going black and white on the edge, back me in a corner, making me stand in your shoes. Push me to the edge, add a little color, it's black and white and blue. Black and white and blue.
Sunny skies, the smell of palm tree air. Looking back, I could never feel fair. The way the music has touched my soul, the way that the sound holds its control. But I've got a new way to choose. I'm gonna start running back to the land of new. Oh, na 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 na. That I have lost my old friend. Got the sunset off the highway again. Then I get lost on a long summer day. I must go back before it's too late. You're afraid, you're feeling alone. Time and space can never unfold. The holidays can ring in your fear. The ghostly embrace can only mean tears. And I've got a new way to choose. I'm gonna start running back to lands of new. Oh, na 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 na. Sitting at the lake, I'm feeling confused, but I had my guitar, so I played this blues. But I'm afraid, what might be true, that I might never be back again. Seems to me that I have lost my friend. Got the sunset off the highway again. Then I get lost on a long summer day. I must be back before it's too late. Before it's too What have I done? Ooh, what have you seen? Early at night, got in the fight in the candlelight, looking through the screen. Now what have I done? What have you seen? You know there's no future in love when a person has come in between. Jamie's gone, Jamie's gone. Can't
so strong. Jamie's gone. Jamie's gone. Left last night, and now it's been so long. What have I done? What have you seen? There was nothing to say, took her away, and I feel the pain. Made love in vain. Oh, oh, what have I done? What have you seen? She knows there's no future in love when a person has come in between. Jamie's gone. Jamie's gone. Can't look back, and now he feels so strong. Jamie's gone. Jamie's gone. Left last night, and now it seems so long. Ooh. You can hear these words I say when you're a million miles away. Yeah. Jamie's gone. Jamie's gone. Can't look back, and now he feels so strong. Jamie's gone. Jamie's gone. Left last night, and now it seems so long. Jamie! Come on, Jamie! Yeah! And now you feel so strong. Jamie! Come on, Jamie! Yeah! Left last night, and now it seems so long.
a lot of bankers, and I've seen a lot of cops. I've seen a lot of lawyers pull out all the stops. I've seen a lot of children with their parents in their hands. I've felt a lot of women who refuse to understand. Well, I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. You see it in the papers, you read it every day. The riots and the fires going on in South LA. The muggers and the government, they're all wanting the same thing. They take all your money and whatever else spring. Well, I don't think I understand why we're making such a fuss. And I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. Take me. Such a fuss, and I don't think I understand what's come of all of us. And I don't think I understand why we take this world for granted. I just want to get right back to Guitar Players Planet. Guitar Players, moving on. I'm gonna run till I drop, till the break of dawn. Never gonna stop till I see the light. I'm feeling high, my little lady. I'm gonna take it to the other side. You know I used to smoke too much. And you know I used to drink too.
And I forgot to change that. Darn it. There you go. Let's try that again. And 3 up and live. And there we go. Hey,
are we there?
Parker,
are we there?
How you doing? All right,
we're there.
I was not expecting Jesse to be here, so welcome, Jesse. Welcome, Jesse. Hey, you made it. You're surviving the school
Finally.
year.
Halfway there. It's downhill now. I mean, downhill like a luge, but it's downhill, so this is good.
No, it's awesome that you're having you on here.
Thank you. Yeah, it's great. It's great, and it's great to see you, Eric. I think the last time I was on, you were not, so I haven't seen you literally since last year.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't. It's maybe when I wasn't feeling so hot or something.
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
It's been, but I'm all good now. So.
Excellent. So glad to see.
Yeah, everyone's been working like crazy. I know, and Eric had his crazy week a couple weeks ago, and mine just hasn't stopped. And Jesse's won't stop until June.
June 16th. June 16th. I'll be 11:30, and from what I understand, that that's when the Cherry Spring Star Party starts. So I'm going to be packing up my stuff the night before, going to work, and at 11:30, jumping out the window and just rolling to my car. Pennsylvania, here I come. Provided, of course, I can register, but I'm gonna be on the computer as soon as registration opens. So
you're gonna play the monitor of the equipment again.
Probably.
If you're attempting.
I probably will. I've got it. I actually took pictures of how I had everything Tetrised into my car, so I can do it again, because it was like every inch of space. That little I've got this a 2004 Pontiac Sunfire. It's a little two-door go-kart, and I had 2 rigs, all my camping gear, everything packed into that thing, and there was just enough space for like me and me to be able to see out the windows.
Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to put that on your face. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah. No, Tom Peter was asking, Eric, is it clear Chicagoland? No, not right now. It's partly cloudy. It might clear up closer to midnight, at least when I'm looking at astrometric, but clear outside is saying it's not gonna be. Scope outside is like so I mean, like in the middle, so who knows? But I'm trying to I'm working on it's over there right now. The 8, the Rasa 8. I'm trying to get it prepared. I should have done this a while back, but it is what it is. But but the last couple of nights have actually been kind of nice. What about you guys? How's weather been?
Well, I was able to image.
Yes, these like
this is like what?
What?
Image?
Playoffs?
Imaging?
Don't talk to me about playoffs. Playoffs?
No idea what that. Yeah, it's like I'm talking. Talking to the side of my head. They're like, we don't know what the heck you're talking about.
But
it's supposed to be clear tonight here, but it's supposed to be like -2 by middle of the night, and it's windy. So I was honestly, as awful as it is, I have not imaged since Christmas break. Maybe one day, but it's like so not even memorable. But like when it's as windy as it was, like there is no way I'm even going to bother. And honestly, it was almost a relief, as cold as it's going to be. So
yeah, it's been nuts. I mean, the past few nights have been the only nights that I've been able to image in the new year. I haven't been able to do anything until now, and it's kind of weird. I was like trying to remember. Okay, how do I do this again? How do I do these things?
Before you got on, I said to Dan, I was like, I hope I remember how to do it. I need to have, and I say this all the time, checklists. I'm a big fan of checklists, and I just, I have a checklist started. At the top of my checklist is write checklist. Just so I remember how to do it and don't make some stupid mistake when I do actually get a really good night. Because that's the when you don't do it for so long, it's something silly like forget to take the cap off your guide scope or something that that you would never ever forget to do. When you're doing it regularly. So what are you imaging right now?
Actually, what we're going to talk about. I was actually yesterday going after ZTF. I was actually going after the comet, the green comet, and we're not talking about the kitchen cleanser either. Everybody's got the green kitchen cleanser, cans on their YouTube videos and stuff like that. Comet. So that's what I've been working on. Yeah, and I've got data, but it's been so frustrating. That I haven't used. I did not use the Rasa because I had the FLT 91 already on the mount, and like when Wayne on Wednesday, he had mentioned that he usually keeps one configuration up, maybe all year. And he has multiple scopes, but he just keeps like one configuration or one setup up all year. And so for me, so far, it's been the new kid on the block. It's been the refractor, but I just want to get the Rasa set up, and I'm not going to put it out here yet. I might be one of those that ends up being not every year, but maybe every season I'll swap out. Because as we're getting closer to spring, of course, we all know that's galaxy season.
So, I saw my first picture of the Leo of the Leo triplet pop up yesterday or today. I was like, oh Lord, it's that time.
It's getting there. We're getting closer and closer. And so I'll get the Schmidt out. I'll get the Edge 8 out, and I'll most likely get that and use that during the spring. and then maybe in the summer I'll put the RASA on and have it out until whenever I'm ready to. Then I'll get maybe put the refractor back on. But no, and Dylan was asking what's going on with the RASA. Hey, nothing's wrong with it. It's just I haven't used it in like almost a year, and it's crazy. So I'm just getting the dust off, cleaning off things, and getting it ready. So when I'm ready to put it on there on the 60, I can.
So let me. So I have not even looked. I haven't even tried to find the green comet. I only experienced with ever trying to image a comet with NeoEyes, and it was not good. I mean, I got a couple images and I was okay with it. Like I got a couple single shots. I went down to the beach in the morning and got a few shots with the DSLR, and I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. But they weren't really good. I mean, they were okay. I'm just not a landscape photographer in that sense. But any which way, I did a couple times try to set up and try to actually image the comet, and I realized, just how different imaging that would be, to the deep sky objects. So, like the first thing that I was like, how long should I take the exposures? How many do I want to take? I mean, and then I got the images and I realized I had no idea how to process them at all, because you have, of course, the comet is moving, through the sky, and so there's a lot of different things going on here when you're imaging a comet and then trying to process them. And I think that once I realized that, I never did go back and try and take any more. I probably could have. It's a shame because I was off for the summer and it was visible, but I just didn't know what to do with the images. I remember posting something on like astrophotography for beginners going, I've got all these images, I have no idea. And TJ Connolly, thank you so much, Jay. He ended up like private messaging me, or I think he commented on my post, and then he and I ended up messaging back and forth, about that. And I ended up on Astro Pixel Processor, I think, and I think it was like the 30-day free trial, and I kind of burned that up, and I still never got anything good. And I just kind of was like, you know what, these are awful. I'll just be happy with my pretty little beach pictures, whatever. They're pink and purple as well. But if somebody were wanting to go out and image this comet and had no idea how to do it, and they're used to imaging, the moon or the sun or deep sky objects like so many of us do, what differences would they want to consider?
Well, that's a really good question, and that's also one that I want to pose out there, because like you, when it comes to comets, I was lucky enough to get NeoEyes, and so and I'll share that video, that image in a little bit. But I am a complete novice, noob, don't know what the hell I'm doing. And
we don't get enough of them around to practice and get good at it. That's the problem.
No, you don't.
We need
no, you don't. I mean, heck, this one, the Green Comet was around, 50,000 years ago, and we may not see it another 50 to 100,000 years now or whatever.
And the gear has improved so much since then, so,
So it's different, but and here I am, I'm using the FLT 91, and I'm using a monochrome camera. So I'm dealing with filters and everything because I want to make an LRGB image. But the one thing that was frustrating me, because I'm looking at AstroBen. We talked about AstroBen and getting tips and stuff like that on exposure times that other people have been using. So I put in all that stuff. I put in, the camera I was using. I didn't put in the actual scope, but I put in the camera I was using, which was the 2600 mono, and then got some ideas. It started kicking out ideas as far as exposure times, and some were getting some really great ones with the monochrome, and they were getting them like around 2 minute, doing multiple 2-minute exposures and stuff like that. And, for me, it wasn't, I was like, what the hell am I doing wrong? Because I would go from centered to, yeah, this comet is hauling ass. It's cooking and it's down here, you know, and, you know, I'm trying to keep up with it. And I turned on, I think I was using the Comet Assistant in Nina, you know, and not in Nina, but in PhD, you know, you can set like a Comet Assistant or something, or Comet tracking. So I was trying to use that, but I just couldn't keep the darn thing centered.
There's comet tracking in PhD.
Yeah, PhD. There's like comet tracking or something.
Really?
If you go to PhD, there is. I believe it's under tools.
Okay.
Yeah, comet tracking. If you go under tools, there's a comet tracking tool.
Oh.
And so I'm learning. I'm literally learning all about this stuff.
That's cool. Okay.
So when I caught NEO-wise here, I'll share my screen here really quick, and I'll if I still got it here, and I'll show you this image of what I got with NEO-wise. Let's see. Share.
Trying to find that.
So no, wrong thing. Darn it. Here we go. So there's my NEO-wise back in 2020, in July of 2020. And this was with the RASA 8 and I believe the 294 one-shot color.
Okay. That's
And
nice.
this was, and this was these were 2-minute shots. These were 72-minute frames. So yeah, and this one it turned out, you know, good, I guess. I mean, I got the tail and everything, and you know, so you know how we are sometimes. We are terrible and we want to critique our own stuff.
That is true. Yeah, we are our own worst critic. That is
we are our own worst critic. But you know, I don't think it turned out too bad for know my first comet.
No, it looks great.
Gosh, no, not at all. That's amazing.
So thanks. So here's that. But if I go to here now, I was using I was using Nina, but this is using the ASI view, ASI Fits view, so you can see this. And here's the green comet. This is with the monochrome filter.
Okay.
And I want to say with this one, this was actually 180 seconds.
Okay.
So so I had these, and there are a few others, you know, scattered around here. This was the one that drives me nuts. You see how it went on to focus? My blue filter I don't know what's up with my blue filter, but it went in through autofocus, and it was totally everything out of focus. So when I go back so it did like 30-second shots, and then it goes back to the other filters, and they're all screwed up after that. So I mean, if I go to if I go to green, you know, right after the blue, you know, it was just a mess. So, you know, this was really frustrating. And if I can go over here to, let me see, so blue, if I try to find, I'll run light, let me try to find some others here. And see if video. So here's the red channel. So, you know, the red was fine, you know, because I went like L, R, G, and B, and then I was doing a loop. So luminance was fine, red was fine, I think green was fine, but then we got the blue and went to crap. And then that was just but then as I mentioned, I was trying to keep it, you know, kind of relatively centered, and then over the course of the night, I'm just letting it run, but then eventually, you know, because it's going so darn fast, the tracking can't keep up with it, and then it's down here. I can't, you know, I have to go through I have to go through the frames, but but literally it was like down this way. So I'm trying to understand a little bit more and learn a bit more on tracking when it comes to the comets, or is it more just exposure and just try to get as many as you can, or is it just going back? You know, let me stop sharing here. But and or is it, you know, just every once in a while just keep going back and recentering and just, you know, doing it over and over again? Is it that, or is there something? I mean, like I said, I've got this Ioptron CEM60, and I was looking in the manual or anything like that, trying to find, is there something like a custom tracking, you know, rating, you know, or setting, you know, because you got sidereal, you got lunar and planet, you know, and solar system. I don't, you know, so I don't know if maybe what I was doing wrong, and I would love to hear anybody else's comments or feedback and stuff like that. But yeah, it was that. So, but I did end up getting some blue, but it was like later.
Okay.
So I don't know how it's all gonna line up if I try to put this all together. I'm kind of nervous about that, you know, because it is going, you know, the thing is going 100,000 freaking miles an hour or something like that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it'll all end up, you know, with through registration and star alignment, how it's going to end up being. But, you know, fingers crossed. If not, I've got quite a bit of luminance. I'll just make just a luminance, you know, image and call it good. So we'll see. But yeah,
Well,
but I'd love to hear everybody else's luminance. I'm sorry?
Oh, I was gonna say, it looks like you're on target for, like, you know, getting a real. I can't wait to see when it's all done. Now, how much more data do you get? Are you gonna try and add some more to the blue channel?
You know what? You know, it really depends. You know, I might end up. What I'll probably end up doing is just saying the heck with it and just do a full sequence, and try again. I'm hoping, because the clouds are clear at around midnight, and I will try it again with the monochrome. But that's another reason why I was going back and forth about the Rasa, thinking maybe if I just put the one, because I've got the 533 on here, and maybe if I put the one shot on here and just go and be done, then it's done. So it's just one of those things. But I've seen a lot of other people within Astroband doing some. They did some really nice monochrome, you know, shots with the monochrome camera with filters. So I'm just want to get better with the you know, with monochrome. You know, it's just that one thing. So, but yeah, I'd love to hear what other people, you know, other people's comments, other people's thoughts, stuff like that. And
I'm actually, the reason why I'm so quiet is I'm actually looking for the only comet that I've ever taken from 2008, and I can't find it.
Oh wow, okay.
And
let's see here.
Wasn't even that good of a picture, but I mean, it was. I did it with my 18-inch obsession.
Okay, DB. Okay, it's going to start dimming tonight. It's at 5.5, and by the 9th, it'll be around 6.3 magnitude. So yeah, it's going to start dimming. Tom says guide on the stars.
Yep.
And I was guiding. So, but for some, I just don't understand. And I mean, my guiding was really good. I don't know why it was going off. Maybe it was because it was changing filters and everything. And, but I don't understand. Yeah, that's a good question. Guide on the stars or the comet. That's one thing I don't know. I mean, yeah, Josh saying, yeah, comet is really tricky. What other comments we have out here? Chris says, NeoWise was great, still haven't figured out how to process well. Yeah, I mean, I think there's even a different way, you know, to approach processing when it comes to comets.
I just looked at the sky and telescope, and they're saying the track on the stars, not on the comet.
Okay.
Right. So here I am. I'm using, you know, PhD, and I'm using multi-star guiding and everything is looking fine as far as, you know, the guiding and everything was relatively decent. But I don't know. But then I'll be honest. There was a moment where I was getting a little frustrated with Nina because I'm still so new to it, and I abandoned it. And I went right back to my ASI Air, and boom, everything started working just fine. Because you and I, we've talked about like my focusing and stuff like that, and how I can sometimes have those struggles. But it's right now it's been hit or miss. But I know with the ASI Air, my focusing would be great unless you're talking about my blue channel, which I still don't know what happened on the blue channel.
I don't know.
So,
how low was the comet?
Like the blue pill. It's like the blue pill or the red pill, like whatever. Huh?
How low is the comet now?
Let's see. It's a great question. I honestly haven't checked recently on it. To be honest, if I go to here it is, and go to my selection, go to object info. I'm using the Sky Safari.
Yep.
Right now it's at a declination of 57 degrees. Yesterday it was around.
What's the altitude?
The altitude is 71 degrees.
71? Okay.
Yeah, at least according to Sky Safari.
Yeah,
I know yesterday the declination was around 63 or something, or it was in the 60s. And now it's down at now it's at 57. So
okay.
Yeah, that's the sucker's hauling.
Yeah, I think next time a comet comes around, we'll do some like live stuff and try and figure it out.
Yeah, that would be fun.
That'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, absolutely. Because I've never really shot I shot a comet, and if I forget what comet it was. It was like Hale-Bopp, was it? 2008.
Okay.
And I had my 18-inch obsession, and I literally just took a 10-second shot of the comet. I got this big ball of light. It was cool for me. It was a comet, so I mean, it was just there's no definition of the tail or anything. There's nothing like that, but it was kind of a cool picture. If I could ever find it, I'll throw it up there. But
yeah, what in the heck? You know what? We talked about so many things, and I want to see right now. You know what? I love my audience, but do me a favor. Y'all know what I'm about to say, all right? You know what I'm about to say.
We didn't even do sponsors.
Because I'm looking at 42 are watching, and only 22 are giving us a thumbs up on YouTube. Do us a favor.
Oh.
If you like what we're doing, smash it, mash it, bash it, whatever you got to do. Give us a thumbs up. Show how show that you're appreciating, what we're doing here. If you're on Facebook, share now, share to public, share it to your feed so everybody knows what we're doing here and they can get in, and if you've got other friends who are into astronomy and astrophotography and don't know about us, what you waiting for? Why aren't you telling them about us? Why are you leaving us hanging? Spread the word.
I had an idea about NEAF, by the way, and me and Jesse were talking about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think about this? So there's going to be a lot of people.
Bring the numbers.
There's going to be a lot of people coming to NEAF, like a lot of people that are on, like guests, people that were guest stars, like Ron Breacher's going to be there. Sean Nielsen may be there. Evo from APT is going to be there. Prima Luce is going to be there. All these people that have been guests on the show are going to be there. And there's going to be a lot of people from, people that watch the show are going to be there. So what do you think about this on Saturday and Sunday at like 2 or 3 o'clock, something like that? And you're only going to know about this if you watch the show. I'm not going to make this a big thing. You're only going to know about it if you watch the show or you're in the Discord or something like that. Meet at the table. We'll take a massive group pic of whoever's there. And
that's awesome.
How cool would that be? You know what I mean?
That would be crazy. That would be. And then I would love that, and blow it up, and I want to put it up here.
Yeah, man.
All of us can be there. That would be off the chain. I would love that.
Dylan, send me a picture of you. I'll put your picture on my shirt. I'll make a shirt with a picture of you. MIA, Dylan Reese.
I'm big into astronomy. Pastramoni.
Hey, hey, you know what? Well, I'm gonna be there for NEAC too. So it's the 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th.
Yeah.
So 15th and 16th, which is the Saturday and Sunday, is the regular NEAF. The vendor, all the vendors are there and everything, selling stuff and everything, whatever.
Yeah.
The 13th and 14th is more talks about astrophotography. And no, don't bring the zip ties, thank you. But yeah, it's gonna be it's April, Bob. It's April. So it's got a lot of time. But you know what? Buy the tickets. I think it's like, what was it, like $70?
Something like that.
Yeah,
like,
that's we'll talk. We'll talk because if we're going to be sitting and we have a seat at NEAF, but we have to get NEAC tickets, right? Those are separate. Right?
I just purchased mine, but you got to get them.
Does NEAC include it? Like if you do NEAC, doesn't it include NEAF?
Wait, hold on. Now NEAC does include NEAF,
but NEAF does not include NEAC.
Correct. Because NEAC is $350.
Okay.
That's not including the night workshops at $85 a pop.
I got 5 kids to feed.
Dude,
Eric, are you coming to NEAF?
Yes.
You are?
I've already. Yes, I am. I've
Eric
got everything booked. I'm coming. I've got the hotel. I've got the plane tickets already set. I got the rental car. Going to be waiting for me there at Newark, and yeah. It's gonna be fun.
So what hotel is everybody staying at? Because I was saying
at the Sheraton, and I think I'm gonna be at the Sheraton. And how do you say the town?
Mawa.
So I'm gonna be there. Mawa. You sound like you're the Charlie Brown special teacher.
Yeah.
But no, so I'm going to be there. I think Pete said that he was planning on being there, so I guess you guys might be there as well. That's why I was That's why I reserved the Sheraton. Going off of Pete saying you guys were going to be there.
Yep.
So hopefully everybody.
I think that's what we're saying. So I think me and Pete are going to be, because Pete's coming for NEAC as well. And I know that Tom Bramwell is going to be there for NEAC as well, and Prima Luce.
Nice.
So they got a lot of good speakers right now. Just watch the list, because it's going to be different, and it's going to go right to the end of who's going to be guest speakers and stuff. So it's going to be cool. So
nice.
I'm so psyched because there hasn't been one. The last one was 2019. That was the last one. It was said it was going to happen, and it wasn't happening. Then it said it was. Then 2020 was canceled. 2021 was canceled.
Okay, I get it. Okay, let me ask a question, because I'm here on the website, and I'm going to share the screen here. So
you can't find out where to pay for the tickets, right?
Yeah, you're getting there. It's like, where was I? Dang it! I've got so many freaking. Here we are. So, it's like, yeah, all right. Here's NEAC, and
there it is.
Click here to buy tickets.
Yep.
And
the one in the middle. The one in the middle on the right. There you go.
That one right there. Okay. So you got to register. So it's registration on top of workshops?
Well, it's registration, and if you want to go to workshops, it's extra. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So it's both.
And there's usually 4 workshops, so that's another $320 if you go to all 4 of them.
Holy shit.
They usually do one for solar, which I'll probably be sleeping.
Okay.
And then there's other one. There's one usually on processing, one usually on acquisition, and then another one. So
okay,
see what happens.
Right
they still haven't released what workshops are going to be there yet. So, but the NEAC ticket is a limited ticket. So if you're it's not like you could just go. They close it out after a certain amount of people. So
gotcha. Okay.
So
all right. I guess that's another few. That's another
That's another
3 or 4
$500
pairs of shoes I can't buy for my kids.
Yeah, well,
There's sorry kids, I can't buy you your shoes and get you your braces and everything because Daddy's going to need it.
Absolutely. If you
I can't buy you that. I'm sorry, honey, I can't buy you that pony.
Eric, just sell the FLT 91 again. You'll be all right.
Oh God, no, never. God, I'm never doing that again. What a dopey move that was.
Yeah, well,
And I'm looking. There's a
mistakes,
2-day.
Yeah, we all make mistakes.
Souvenir package with a T-shirt and a coffee mug.
What's that?
I'm looking. There's a 2-day. It's NEEP admission for 2 days with a souvenir package. It has a T-shirt and a coffee mug.
They better be giving some swag to the vendors. Wow, what am I doing?
My boy's coming home. I gotta keep it up right now.
You know what, Eric? I love that your tree is still back there. We just took ours down.
It's just for my son. Because I tell you, as soon as that boy gets home and he opens up these gifts, it's coming down. He and I are going to take it down together.
All right. So my mother, she is the sports fan of our family. I mean, she is. I'm a baseball fan, but my mom would watch championship ping pong if given the opportunity. But a few years ago, when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, that particular year, she had decorated her whole tree with Eagles everything. I mean, she had whoever was the quarterback that year. I don't know. Please, I'm sorry, but she had a picture of him on top of the tree as a star, as her star. I think Carson Wentz. That
Nick
sounds
Folk?
right. Maybe,
Nick
I don't
Folk?
know, whatever year they won the Super Bowl. But she had said to her husband, she's like, I'm leaving this tree up until the Eagles lose. And then they won the Super Bowl. So she had to keep her tree up all the way.
February.
Because she's like, well, I said it and they won. So that tree stayed up all stinking year. They won. It's my Eagles tree. It's a celebration tree. I'm leaving it up.
Oh, that's funny.
So you show my mom's house in August, and there's a Christmas tree all lit up with green lights and eagle stuff. I'm like, oh Lord Almighty!
Oh man, that's awesome. That is so funny.
So she's not at home this year. She's actually she's on her way home Sunday. She's a Florida resident, but still has her house up here in Delaware. So she's like half time, and she did not. So she did not have the tree set up here in Delaware. And she did not have her Eagles stuff down in Florida, so she didn't set the tree up. So the family is safe this year from that, but she's actually heading back tomorrow because she's like, I don't want to be in Florida. The Eagles are in the Super Bowl. I got to be around. I got to be around. She's like, I want to be as close to Philly as I can. So she is leaving her husband in Florida to come back here just so she can be around Philly. She's like, yeah, I'll probably be up in Philly a couple times.
I'm looking at this new William Optics scope. Mm-hmm. This new design,
which
like a
one?
pencil kind of design,
Oh yeah, that's Yep.
The William Optics internal focus design Apo series.
What is that? That's
Game Changer.
The Game Changer, yeah.
Is this a new scope?
It's a new design, yeah.
It's a new design. But it looks like it's a Gran Turismo redesigned. That's what it is.
And how it's
it is. It's a Gran Turismo 81, and it looks like it's it's like an internal focuser. It's inside, so there's no vignetting. Pretty cool.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Right there. Oh, it's
that's pretty interesting.
So it looks interesting. Looks interesting. But I've got the FLT, so no need for me to get another small scope.
Nope. As a matter of fact, I'm selling my 80 Esprit, so I need some more.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw you. Yeah, I saw you were.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell. You know what? I really like the 80 Esprit, but there's something to be said about the Petzl design of the FRA 400. And even though that I know I'm giving up a little bit maybe on the glass quality with the going from the Esprit to the Ascar, but the Ascar has some really darn good results on the FRA 400. And so I'm gonna go with that for now.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I'm reading here. So, yeah, it's gonna have a rigid design. It will not flex, which is really good, especially when you've got, especially with the weight at the end. So, nope, it's gonna work on eliminating that. It's going to be for all their designs, not just their small
eventually,
ones.
Yeah, they said.
Eventually it's going to go that route. That's really, really interesting.
Is this out? Has it been released, or is this? Are they just?
I don't know.
I've not heard of this.
Yet.
Or
not sure.
I'm
not 100% sure.
I don't think it's out yet. I think it's out for beta. Some people's got it, but let's see.
So the WIF, with this different focuser, the WIFD, and it says it's going to be compatible with the EAF.
Oh yeah, it should be. Yeah.
Yeah, compatible with the EAF. So interesting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully Mr. Yang will be at NE for something, or maybe a representative, and who knows, maybe he'll bring this and introduce it.
If people want to see what I'm looking at.
There.
So.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting.
So what I'm looking at here is here's the focuser design right here. So the focuser is inside, very similar to the Red Cat, because the Red Cat does this.
Yeah, it's all the way up there.
So I think they just made some changes and made it fit their other tubes, and that's what it looks like they're going with. So this is the GT81.
Yep.
And that's the first one that they're going with.
Yep.
And that's it. Oh, look at that. So the new rings. Got the cat rings with the cat ears. You got the
I like the little sticker on there. It says, with the cat, and it's copycat. Nope. Don't copycat.
Yeah, so I mean, again, things are going to come out, and people are going to kind of, tear it apart and see what happens.
They say it's patented.
I think
he said he said he's patented it. So
it is interesting.
Fix that.
That's one reason why I like, William Optic was my first refractor, and I fell in love with him. I really haven't looked at any other refractor with the exception of the Explorer Scientific 152A that I had at one point. But all the others, they've all been William Optics.
I was going back and forth. I ended up with the Meade 70 millimeter. And it was between that one and one of the Williams Optics, and I don't remember which. I couldn't even tell you, but it, what it was at the point. But I was so clueless at the time. Honestly, I'm very happy with the one I have. But I don't know. I don't see a lot of people using it. So if I ever have issues with it, but I do remember looking at them, and then I remember when I went to NEAF, seeing them, I'm like, I feel like one could be in my future.
Oh,
Probably. I mean, right now I don't see personally, unless I go with, something in the mid 100 millimeter range, maybe 100 to another 127, but it's got to be a triplet, because I have had the doublet. The doublet was great, but I'd want a triplet this time. But right now, I've got the Schmidt, I've got long, and I've got short with both the Rasa and the FLT 91. So I really don't see a personal need for it unless it's something that really grabs me. But my goal right now is because I do want to end up getting the other the one shot 2600. Because now that I have the mono, I want to get the 2600 and put that on the Rasa and be done. And then hopefully I'll be done for quite some time when it comes to cameras and everything else is still on the table.
And did you have the 2600 mono? Okay. No. When did you get that?
Yeah, I got the 26. I got that after I sold all my other cameras, with the exception of the 533, because I sold the 294s, I sold the 180 and the 294, both 294s and the 183. And then I got but then I still had the 533, and then I got the two, and then I got the mono. But now I just want the one shot 2600 and be done. As far as cameras, everything else is still on the table. Everything else is still on the table. Mounts, focusers, whatever. But
I think we got our first picture of a comet from somebody, from Dylan Reese. It looks like I can get it up.
Okay, great.
It's on my Discord server. This was Comet C 2021 Leonard, where it was passing.
Oh yeah, I remember Leonard.
M3 on December 3rd, 2021. Let me see if I can grab it real quick. There it is. Man, this is sick, but let me see if I can get this up here. And we'll move this over. I can see what I'm doing. And this I have one. Here we go. And there you go.
Let's see. You share it on.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
And what globular is that?
M3.
It's M3. Okay. I like that.
That's really nice.
That is really cool. I mean, the comet is an amazing picture, but I like it with that globular right there too. I love it.
Yeah, with the back. Yeah, now that is some really nice, composition there. Yeah. This is when you're talking about art.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. So
yeah, that is very
nice.
Very nicely done. I like it.
Yeah, Dylan says click open the original. It looks better.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, then the cluster there is so nicely defined too. Ooh.
It is.
They're so hard sometimes to really define those stars, especially as you get towards that center area.
Yep.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Really nice
I don't think I've seen another. I mean, there may be some out there, but I have not seen any with a comet and a deep sky object in it. That's neat.
Yeah, that's the first I think I've seen.
He has just set the bar. He has set the bar up high for us.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Dave says put it on next year's calendar cover. I was like, that would be a worthy. That's definitely a worthy cover shot. That's for sure.
Put it in for all the rules are still in there. Put it on for
picture. Hey, if it's existing, doesn't matter.
Only 40 minutes left to vote for this week's picture of the week. So go vote, everybody. You got 43 people vote here. Go vote for picture of the week right now. I'll put the link up there. www.astroworld.com/IOTW. There you go.
There are some really good ones out there.
Make sure you vote.
There are some really good ones out
there. Yeah, the pictures are getting better and better and better. And it's getting pretty sick. It's getting pretty crazy. But we should talk about our next guest before we didn't do the whole thing in the beginning for the first time ever, I think. But we just started talking about the comet, which is fine. Who is our next guest anyway? Geez, Steve Malia. Steve Malia from Starfield Optics. So yeah, come on and hang out with us and Steve. I've never met Steve, but I know his scopes, and I know Sean speaks very highly. Sean will probably drop down too and hang out with us again. But because Starfield is a Canadian up in the Great White North, You know, so we'll get them all together. We'll get a. I'm going to get a thinking tube just for that day. I'm gonna wear it.
Is he on this? When is he on? This coming week?
Wednesday. This Wednesday.
Wednesday.
And then next Wednesday we have. I'm doing this all from memory. Next Wednesday we have Richard Wright. The following Wednesday, live from Winter Star Party.
Okay.
And the 22nd. Who's on the 22nd? Crud. My brain doesn't go that far ahead. Anyway, but we got guests all the way straight through to Neef almost. So I mean, it's pretty wild.
Nice.
Yeah, we've got quite a list of guests, so it's going to be awesome. We're going to be quite busy, which is great. Hey, busy is good. Very
Busy
fortunate.
is good. So let's see. I'll just look at it real quick. So we got where is it? Steve Meyer, Richard Wright, Bob Denny on the 22nd, Evo on March 1st, Warren Keller on April 5th. We got some other ones that we're working on in March. So pretty much all the way straight through till Neef, we're booked. So
very nice. So are you planning on doing any live streams from Neef?
Well, it depends on the internet, really. It really depends on the internet there, because the internet there, from what I remember, is pretty shoddy.
Maybe never mind then.
So we will definitely be running around doing interviews to be shown later. We're gonna try and go live if we can. It'll probably be won't be this type of production, probably be with a cell phone or something like that, because the cell phone is probably going to be better internet than what we have at Rockland College. But we'll see how it works out. We'll be there 2 days before to test it. So, I mean, it'll be good because we could get in there Friday to go do some stuff. So at least, in all fairness, Eric, me and you could get in there on Friday. You know, anybody else? Yeah, we'll have the badges for it. So
yeah, we get all the logistics straight and figure it all out. We'll make it work.
And I got the where is it? Is it here? I got the interview mic ready to go.
All right.
I just got to put the mic inside because the mic's not in there yet.
We need to get an AstroWorld mic cover, you know.
Well, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna put it around here. It's gonna be like some sort of wrap around. I'll do it, you know.
Right on.
It'll say like AWTV on it with the logo on it.
That'll be awesome.
So I'll do something with that. And you know, we were thinking about, you know, we're gonna do that picture. You know, probably give away some free stuff, like Jesse was saying, some stuff, and we'll figure it out. You know, if you
Scott, definitely beer and hotel review, beer. You know, at the Sheridan, beer and
who was that? Scott at Niagara.
Yeah.
How did I know? How did I know it was you, Scott?
I need to get in and and get a room before they get all booked up if they're not already. Oh my goodness!
No, they weren't.
No, they're not. They won't get booked up, but they will get booked up going into April. So
I need to just go ahead. Like I haven't decided because I'm on spring break that week, so technically I could be. But
that'd be fun.
I know. I'm like going. This might be my only opportunity to even do NEAC. I mean, I guess I ought to just book the room and then, you know, I can always cancel it.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
I'm kind of looking at them right now going,
Yeah, they've got some where you can actually, you pay a little extra, but you can be completely refundable. If you just pay, you can pay.
Yeah, that's where, and I think I have at least one free room on my hotels.com app.
There you go.
I can find it on there. I was kind of hanging on to that one just for a special occasion.
Nice.
Yeah, I messaged Dan and said I definitely going to be there, but it might be one night. But you know what? If I have a free room,
there you go.
You know, I got to save my money for the important things like buying stuff there.
There you go.
Of course,
that's what it is.
That's what it's all about. Like I'll You know, I'll just pitch a tent in their backyard, you know, so I can save some money and buy some more stuff.
So if anybody has any ideas on what to do to NEAF and how to attract people over to the table, throw it in the Discord. Go into Discord and give us some ideas, because I'm good at implementing. I'm not good with creative stuff. So actually, that's not necessarily true. I'm just not good with people. You know, I can do TV stuff. That's easy. I just can't think of it. You know, I'm not a marketer. So calendar giveaways.
You know, I'm gonna have to. You know, I have to start pulling together. You know, different types of softball questions and all that other type of stuff. You know, so we can start. You know, when we're chatting with people, it's gonna be a lot of fun now.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I figure we'll kind of take turns with the camera and the mic and run around, and we'll see who's there the first day, because I'll get a map of who is where and at what booth, and then we could kind of split. We could kind of Jesse, if you're going to be there on Sunday, maybe you could do a couple interviews on Sunday. You can pick who you want to talk to, and Eric, you could pick who you want to talk to, and I'll pick who I want to talk to, and then we could just kind of mishmash it all together later on and we could do a recap and and do all that. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Like fun. That does sound like fun.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a blast.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get Dave. I think I'm gonna get one of those teardrop banners that go up, and it'll be right in front of the table, kind of. I think I'm gonna be in a corner, Dave. Believe it or not. But we'll see.
Nobody puts AstroWorld in a corner.
Nobody puts AstroWorld in a corner. Nobody puts AstroWorld in a corner. But can you do a poll on what people are using for capture software? Sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Start a poll. Capture software.
Yes. What are they using for actual acquisition? We're talking actual acquisition software. You know, like SGP, Nina, ASIR, things like that, right? That's what we're talking about.
SGP, Nina, Maxim. How about Maxim?
Maxim.
How about Cyril?
Cyril.
it only does 4. So
okay.
SGP. I'm gonna think SGP has dropped off the face of the earth for a little bit. So let's do the ASI.
Yep.
Air. Even though that's
Nina,
Maxim, and
I'm gonna have to say APT. I gotta say
SharpCap. We'll do SharpCap instead of Cyril. SharpCap.
Yeah.
How about that? There you go.
I need to stop messing with my lights.
Yeah, unfortunately, we can only do 4. Guys. There's so many.
There's a lot, and unfortunately, I can only put 4 up there. But there you go. Oh, talking about when you're up at NEAF talking to everyone. Oh yeah, we could do that. Absolutely. Yeah. Everyone's going to be there. Everyone's going to be there. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah. And I hope now that we have, gotten past, the hump, at least with COVID. COVID's never really going to go away unless they really eradicate it. But we've gotten past, we can start getting back to pre, 2020, get back to 2018, 2019 type, needs at some point where people, vendors start feeling more comfortable in coming and, can share more and stuff like that. It would be so awesome to have people like, Dylan O'Donnell or a Trevor or, or whoever else, Amy, but, just whoever else can come and, share and hang out, and we can all, just have a lot of fun, and just checking out all these cool things. I really hope that I get a chance to meet TJ in person, because I know he's there.
He's there.
Yeah, because actually get a chance to I've spoken to him a ton of times.
But just he'll probably be set up outside with the solar. I know that's where I met him.
Him and I hooked up the same year that you were there. It was 2019.
Yes. Yep. I had a list on a little piece of paper of like some folks that I had met online, and I was like going, okay, I'm gonna go meet and gonna meet this person, and gonna meet this person. I'm gonna go meet these people. And I did. Like I was like walking up, and I found TJ, and he was set up with the solar,
he was
with
outside.
the solar people out there. I was like, "Hi!" I did the same thing to him that I did to you.
Dude, it was funny. I always get my butt kicked in the Camera Concepts booth.
You really were
slammed. And all of a sudden, I see this little redhead girl coming. Hi, Dave, it's Jesse. How you doing? I just wanted to say hi. And I'm like, okay.
And you're like, oh, Lord Almighty, I'm so busy right now. Please, Lord.
I'm not trying to be rude. I'm sorry.
And I totally got it. And I felt bad, but I was like, I want to talk.
No,
but he's so
absolutely,
busy right now.
absolutely. It's all good, and it's going to be fun. This is going to be the first NEAF that I'm going to in the past 7 years that I could actually. I'll be working it. I'll be with Eric and yourself and Pete and whoever else. And it looks like we're going to go. We're going to be suited right next to. We were asked by Prima Luce. Prima Luce asked Tom if we could be right next to them. So
that's what I'm saying.
So
that's what I'm saying. It's going to be that's going to be awesome.
It'd be really nice to be next to a vendor that is a huge supporter of AstroWorld. So I mean,
absolutely,
it'd be pretty cool. And we're going to be bouncing back and forth, Filippo and Omar and Tom. So it's going to be pretty cool. So Jeff didn't really have a choice in this one, Dave. I told him that I'm having a table with AstroWorld because I think it's time to raise the bar and get the word out. And I can't do that working my butt off in that booth. I can't do it. I want to promote AstroWorld. I think it's a really cool community. I think it's an unbelievable opportunity. Did he cry? No, but once I told him and once it clicked, he's like, oh no, that means I don't have you for NEAF. And he's like, and he didn't blame me. He's very supportive about this whole thing. So I think it's pretty
That's
cool.
Awesome.
And I'm just happy to have the opportunity not only to do this, but to do it with with the group that we have here. It's really an incredible group of all different levels of expertise and different expertise, and we all bring something to the table that's different than everybody else, and that's what I think makes it more unique than anything else out there. And it's going to be interesting to do that in a live venue and get in people's faces with a microphone and say,
hey,
hey there.
Hey, Filippo, when's the next Eagle coming out? Come on, we all want to know. I'm going to have Eric go to the ZWO booth and say, so what really happened with that Eagle? What happened with that ASI Air?
ASI Air, yeah. What really happened with the? Yeah, what really happened? Inquiring minds want to know.
No, we're not out there. We're out there to make friends and promote the channel.
Yes,
we're not
absolutely.
about to play. But you know what I'm saying. It's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah. So I'm looking really forward to it.
You know what? I'm going to be like, it'll be so much fun if I can end up being more like, dude, Bruce, when Bruce Almighty, because he was a newspaper, because he was a reporter, being that guy with Filippo at the bakery,
Bruce Almighty and Liar together
at the cookie.
I can't lie.
Can't lie.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And like I said, if anybody has any ideas that wants to see stuff there, let me know. And you know what, Dave? Yeah. Dave, GB, I got a present for you, Neve. Trust me. So let me show you what I deal with a little bit, and I'm gonna go a little bit off the rails about Camera Concepts. And I'm just doing this because I know Dave's in the chat. So I'm gonna go back to my photos real quick if I can find them, because so you all know that my aversion to twist ties, right? I don't like twist ties. I think they ruin wires. I don't like it. And even though it's mostly because of user error, of people not knowing how to use twist ties, Dave knows that I hate them. And so I come into Camera Concepts the other day, and the first thing I see is this. It's just a line of twist ties taped to my desk. Going down. And this is Dave's first thing of getting back at me with my twitchiness and twist ties. So
my God.
Now I see a box on the floor. It says Danny on it. I'm like, what the hell is this? So it's right near my repairs. So I thought it was a repair. So I'm going to turn this off for a second. So what I do is I go and I open the box, and sure enough, I see this. Now I got a big twist tie with two little twist ties. And
these are zip ties. These aren't twist ties.
No, these are zip ties. Zip ties. Did I say twist ties?
You said twist ties.
I'm sorry.
Because when I think of twist ties,
no,
I
not
think
the bread
like old
stuff.
school.
Like, yeah,
I'm sorry. If I said twist ties, I apologize. It's zip ties.
Yeah, I think of these thingies.
So of course, I had to send Dave a picture of the twist ties that I had. So if
what you want to use, you want these
Velcro. Yeah, Velcro is good.
What is it you got there? Now, is that like a roll of Velcro ties? I like how they're organized.
Yes, a roll of Velcro ties that you can just simply buy for like, I don't know, like 100 of them for like $7 or something.
Yeah,
I like the Velcro ties, but I don't have them on a roll, and that looks very convenient. I like that.
Yes. Very, very convenient.
This is set to that. So let me switch this. I was wondering why you guys were like not reacting when I put this up, and I realized that you're not seeing the live. So
no, we're not seeing the live. I'm like, what are you talking about?
So I just fixed that for you. And so Dave, send that. So of course, me being a wise guy, I got to send Dave a picture of the twist ties. So I sent him this.
Oh my gosh.
Smile, be happy. Give me that bird.
And where's the other one? I had one more picture.
Watch the birdie.
And then I felt so honored that he thought that the twist ties were wonderful. I had to make a necklace out of it and then take a picture of it. And
nice.
So there you go. So that's the twist. Man. That's the twist tie event.
That is
zip ties,
not twisty ties.
Whatever.
Twisty ties are these little things.
Bread. Twisty ties are on the bread.
Yes, these things.
Twisty ties are.
I love these little things.
Zip ties. Zip ties. They're horrible.
Zip ties have their place, but they should not be near our gear.
I'm sorry.
They absolutely have
to. You're right. I apologize. Here you go.
That's right.
Little bit.
Right on.
So had to do a little bit of something. So it just had to say something. But anyway, back to the conversation at hand.
Yes.
Zip ties are great when working on cars. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, neat. That's where we were.
And so we sold 30. We sold 30 plus calendars. The next group of calendars is coming in on the 7th. So it's going to be. I hope to sell them all. I think I have about 6 or 7 left. I think we sold 4 or 3 of the new batch. And oh yes, it just hit 9 degrees in Long Island. There you go.
Yeah, I don't even want to.
You know what? I just realized I don't have a calendar. We've got a calendar.
I haven't got my calendar either. I need to get my calendar.
9 times.
9 times.
9 times.
9 degrees. It's 1 degree here. It is.
Now, is that like
degree,
is that the actual
degree.
temperature? Or is that like real feel?
No, that's actual temperature.
That's probably about right. If I'm 9, you're probably that. Yep.
Yeah, that's actual temperature.
No, I'm 24, but a real feel of 13.
I'm 9 with real feel of 2.
Oh, good Lord, Dan.
Yeah, it feels like -8.
Yeah, the wind chill for here is 7 degrees. So
I tell you, I
don't mind the cold much, but that's stupid cold. Like I would rather, I prefer cold weather to hot weather. I'm not a fan of the heat. I just now, it gets hot, and I am incredibly miserable. I'd rather it be cold, but that is just dumb cold. No.
Yeah,
no,
it's too cold.
I'm a temperate type. I need it perfect. I'm like, you know, me living when I was living in San Diego and being in the Navy, I got spoiled. You know, perfect weather. You know, and I haven't looked. I should have. You know, and I haven't looked back. You know, like, you know, mid to upper 70s, low 80s. That's the stuff for me. You know, anything
72.5 degrees, I'm perfect. Find me a place that's like 72.5 degrees all year round.
There you go.
Exactly.
There it is. Yeah.
Well, I'm sitting right in front of an 80-degree infrared heater. So.
Yes, I'm a temperate person living in Illinois. I was born here, raised here. It wasn't, one of those things that.
No.
But yes, Oceanside, 72, year round.
Well, let's see how many people voted. Let's see how many people voted tonight.
Yes, yeah. Let's find out.
Let's see. So we got 15 minutes left of voting. And we have how many votes? How many votes? Look at all these pictures.
Exactly, Dylan. That's a minus. Oh, hell no.
43 votes are in. 43 votes are in. All right, not ugly. Not ugly. Not the 50 not the 92 we had last week, but
but still, that's not bad. I tell you, to be honest, when I went out earlier this week, to set up the FLT91 so I can start working and catching the comet.
Yep.
And here I am. I've got my gloves, and I'm here in Illinois. I'm in the Midwest. It's freaking cold. So we got the thick hand gloves. So, but here I am. I couldn't have these gloves on when I'm trying to do my polar alignment and trying to adjust the my azimuth. So I had to take them off, and I'm going here, and the hands, by the time they were all, oh my God, they were hurting so bad. I mean,
oh no.
And I'm using it, and I'm on the ASI air, and I'm doing this, or I'm on my phone, I'm doing that, and I'm just moving around, and it's just, and it's like I'm moving my hand, I'm moving my fingers. It's like tat tat tat, and I can't feel a damn thing. Tat 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 tat. I'm like, it's like they were just so frozen. It's like, and I think they were only out. I think I only had them out for like less than 5 minutes. I don't think it was even 5 minutes.
Some of those that have like the little flip, like where they flip back. Yeah, flip out, flip back. And I've got a few of those, and I love them. But yeah, they're just a little tips flip. And for the most part, because I've got very short fingers, so I kind of have to have those anyway, just because like they're any gloves that fit, any gloves that I can find that are worth a darn, like stick up like this much past my fingers anyway, so they're worth, so it's worthless. But yeah, they've got ones that have a little flip, and they got a little magnet that hold them back, so you just flip up, use it, flip them back down. No,
yep. It's just like it's the worst freaking thing. And sometimes if you don't have the right, especially if you're using apps like the ASI Air, where it requires touch, where you have to use a smartphone, and you actually don't have the right type of gloves, we have to actually take them off and do this. And it's just literally, I'm like, it's so cold. It's like, and I'm actually dragging. And I can't feel it. It's like I'm dragging the thing. It's ridiculous cold.
That's
oh
crazy,
my
man.
goodness.
I mean, the funny thing is by Monday it's back to 50 degrees in New York. So.
Oh, Carol, Carol understands. Yeah, she's in Wisconsin. She gets it.
Oh, they sell those gloves now with those.
You know, I should have.
Those
I should have gotten
that work with the phone now.
Yeah, I need. No, Carol just mentioned. You know, I should have thought about it. I should, you know, and I should go ahead and get a stylus that you can actually use.
Yep.
For these, and yeah,
that's a good idea. Yeah,
that would save everything. That would save my poor, you know. But I do have the hand warmers and the feet warmers and stuff like that. But I forgot, in my dumb butt forgets to actually get. I've got this huge, like 20-pack of hand warmers. Why didn't my dumb butt go and actually put them in my gloves so I can, while I was going out there, and it's literally, I'm dead serious. It was like -10. I kid you not.
Wow.
It's like -10, -10, -12, and that wasn't the wind chill. That was just straight flat temperature. And I'm out there. But you know what? It was clear. And so I had, you know, it was clear. It had no wind. There was no wind. It was clear. I said, I got to do it. You know, I may be crazy. And my wife's looking at me like, you were out there? And she just looked at me like, you are one crazy SOB.
Yep.
You couldn't pay me. And I'm like,
all the things we do for our sport.
I know, right? Lunacy. Lunacy.
Yes.
It's what it is.
Lunacy,
Straight up
yes.
lunacy.
I gotta put this back on. My video is done.
Your video is done, huh?
The video is done. Yes,
Can't wait to see it.
And the mini.
When are you posting? When are you posting?
You'll probably get it tomorrow.
Okay.
And then take a look at it and get a second pair of eyes. And I think it's about 15. It's not that long. It's only about 15 minutes.
Okay.
So.
Perfect.
But it's all done.
Nice.
That's gonna be my first video in a while.
Who are you telling, Chris? Y'all need an observatory. Your lips to God's ears. I need an observatory.
Yeah, well, you know what? I have my pier outside, and Eric's got his pier, so
I've got my pier.
so
everything.
we go inside most of the times, but sometimes you got to be outside a little bit, So
you do. You really, really do. And
I like to rotate my frames. So I mean, I don't have an automatic rotator anymore, so I have a manual rotator. So sure enough, I got to take my laptop outside, and once I rotate, that's it. I'm done. As long as I stay on the same target, which I usually do, that's it.
That's it. That's exactly right, man.
That's it.
Yes, I use a 365 cover, and I wrap that sucker up. Yep.
I wouldn't suggest anything else but that if you have something outside. Just only the 365.
If you're living up where we are, or just straight period, no matter where, but especially if you're living up where we are, hit that sucker. I would not trust my stuff under anything else but something like that.
Yep.
Has anyone used the ASI 220 for guiding? Honestly, I have not. Because I've got the 174, I've got the 120, and I've got the 290. I don't need another guide scope, another guide camera.
Yep. I got my 174, a 290. I got what else? A 120.
Yeah. I've got the three more recent ones. Well, the 220 is more recent.
I mean,
but
I'm sure it'll be fine. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't work. And
I've got the 224. So yeah. What are you for moisture control and humidity? I have a dry. It's a little like desiccant bead thing. God, I can't remember the name of it.
Like the damp rid kind of thing.
Damp rid.
Yeah, they're kind of like the damp rid. But yeah.
Yep. Damp rid's good.
No. Oh no! I'll show you because I've got a second one. I have my other Alexa. Turn on the.
How often do you need to change it? All the time. I keep like 10 of them at home.
I forgot.
I'm all around grass, so.
because I've got two of them because I've got the because I had the my other 365 for the other Schmidt, but this is what it is. It's called the
oh yeah, I've seen those.
Right? Yeah, I have two of these.
Okay.
And you can actually I actually can plug it in because it'll go when it gets when the tabs get wet, it changes color, it changes to green. You change to green.
Oh, okay.
So then you can actually plug it in here, and then it'll dry them out, and it'll go back to
that's
orange,
cool.
and you can reuse it.
What is the name of that? I couldn't read that.
This is called the EVA Dry. EVA Dry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I just hang it up in there and underneath my I just I hang it on the right underneath the like on the counterweight bar.
Yeah, no, because I used it like the damp rid, but I hate like the little. But I always feel like I hate throwing them away. I'd rather have something you can dry out and reuse. So,
yeah,
that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I use a damp rid tub and I just throw it because I have like I have a raised kind of thing with a plate. It's an older pier, so I just slide it in there and that's
right.
It. But that you got to chuck. You can't use. That.
Yeah.
You get a 4-pack for $20 and that's it.
Yeah, I've had this is actually my second 365 cover that I've had because the other one the original one that I had was for my refractors. I had it for like 3 years, 3 maybe 4 years in the inside and the internal, started wearing
the silver.
Yeah,
my silver just ripped up.
So
I've got mine too, and I love mine. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was a game changer. I mean, it really was. Just because it's like I couldn't, there's no way, that I'm going to set all that stuff up. I mean, that's, no, I wouldn't image. I mean, not that I'm doing much right now, but when I do image, I mean, I'm going to, I'm imaging, and I don't want to spend time setting up. And I guarantee you, if I had to go and set up, especially in the wintertime when it's dumb cold, it's going to be like, well, yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll do nachos instead. I mean, something else. And all I have to do is go set my little. I got a little table that kind of doubles as a side table next to a couple of chaise lounges. Just move that over next to my telescope. Set my box on it. Put my computer inside it. Run some cords. Boom, done. Like 10 minutes tops. So like I can do that, but yeah. So that Telegizmo was absolutely a game changer. So
yes,
yeah. I mean, I no matter what, I still because I'm like you, Eric and Jesse, that I don't have a dome. I don't have anything covered. I still take my telescope in, and I still do. I don't care. I just keep. It's just me. I know I'm crazy. People do 365 scope and all and do it, no problem. But I just don't want. I won't do it. I don't want to leave the eagle out there. I don't want to leave the scope out there. I don't want to leave.
I get it. I get it.
So
I will say
personal preference.
But the funny thing is that I have not polar aligned on the pier since like April of last year, and I tested it I tested it on Wednesday night.
Yeah,
I was still within half an arc sec.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
And
that's awesome.
Yeah, I've got to do mine. I do mine at least once a month. I do it once a month. I go and I do it once a month, and it's still relatively, pretty good.
Yeah,
I do it depends. Like where we are, my area is very, very damp, and it gets very wet here. And if we get a good rain, I mean, even though I have it set up on some, on the concrete blocks and such, it still just kind of shifts around a little bit. So if we have a really good rain, get a couple inches of rain, I know my alignment's going to be off. It took me about a year before I realized, like, I'm really not polar aligning enough. I need to, like, after it rains, after it gets wet, I need to go out there and, things will have shifted. Yep. Sometimes it's really dramatic. Like I think the last time at Christmas time when I went out, I'm like, oh yeah, I had a polar line, a couple of weeks ago, I should be good. And it was not, it was off. I mean, like way off, like Polaris was not even in, my finder scope or my polar alignment scope. It wasn't even there. Like whoa, okay. So,
yeah, I'm actually going to, because I'm looking at the weather and everything. I'll leave it out tonight. It's wrapped up, but I'm most likely tomorrow morning. I'll get up, being Saturday and everything, and I'll bring the scope in and everything, and then I'll put it on my other mount, and then I'll do my my flats and everything for the Comet and all, and then for the Comet, and then be done.
Yeah. So Tom, Tom had a question about how deep did you dig, and Tom, it really depends on where you live in the country. You got to really see where your frost line is, and once you at your, you gotta hit that frost line. You gotta hit that frost line.
32 inches.
32 inches. I had to go 48. So I went 4 feet. Yeah, I went 4 feet, Scott. Belted out the bottom, throw in the sono tube, rebar, the whole thing. L bars for the for the nuts to put the pier on there, and that's it. But it was a lot of fun. I did it 2 years ago, and it's great. So see, Vermont's 65 inches. So I mean, so
yeah, wow.
So, I mean, yeah. So that's 6.5 feet. I mean, come on,
crazy, man. That's crazy.
6 feet would be 72. So 5 feet 5 inches. That's a lot. It's a lot of concrete.
That is. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. Yeah.
So yeah, Long Island was about 4 feet. So I don't know what you were, Eric. I could assume you're about the same latitude. So I said you're probably close.
I'm at 42.
Yeah, so about the same. So
so I'm around the same. Yep. So 32 inches for me. And then slamming in that rebar and everything else. And
George sees a comet.
Ooh, yay!
Hey, all right on.
I see clouds, George. I see lots of clouds. It's too cold to be outside, so you go. Right.
Yeah, my husband was outside a little bit ago, right before the show started. I said, "Don't even come in and tell me it's clear. Just don't even. I don't even want to hear it. It's windy, and that's all I need to know."
Yeah. That's it. Don't need to know anything else, guys.
I mean, I think it is actually clear out there. But
I think it's clear out here too, and I'm sure Dave will yell at me too. But I'm sure it's clear here. But you know what? It's literally 9 degrees, and I'm sorry. And I don't have any good binoculars anyway, so I'm not just going to jump out there.
Yeah. So. No, for me, it's pretty much done. I had my window. The past 3 nights, was my window. The window's closed, so. I'll just use what I've got and see what I can come up with.
Are you gonna try and work on that this weekend, or?
Yeah, I will. I will, get everything, get all my calibration frame set and done, and then throw it into AstroPixel processor, and we'll see how everything starts coming out and coming together.
Nice. Looking forward to seeing it.
Looks like I'm getting ready to do my first APP mosaic.
All right.
It's not enough data yet, but it's enough to play around with it and see. I mean, I'm only gonna do about an hour of each panel just to start playing, because I've never done a mosaic before, so I want to see how the process is. I don't want to put 7 hours of each channel worth of data in there to find out that I screwed it up. So I'll just throw, I'll throw in a couple of things and see how it works out. Hopefully, I can get something by the next show, maybe next Friday.
What target are you on?
I'm doing a 2-panel of the Horsehead and Flame.
Oh, that's right. Okay, you were saying that. Okay.
So I'm doing that at 870 millimeters of focal length. So
nice.
So it's I should get some decent definition of both.
Nice.
Let's see.
I wanted to hit the Flame and Horsehead and the Orion Nebula. I have not imaged that for like 3 years. I need to get some. I do. The last one I took was awful. I'm gonna try that again. That was what I wanted to do for the winter, and just for me where it's located, I've got to wait until it's starting to set, just because of where it's located. It's like, after it goes past the trees and it kind of clears the side of the house, so it should be good for me right now. But that window is gonna start closing like real soon.
Cool. Well, voting is officially closed.
All right.
Voting is officially closed. Carol's going for Barnard's Loop. Yeah. Well,
nice.
With the AP scope, it won't. I'd have to do like a crazy 12-panel mosaic to do that. But with the
that would be a nice one to see though.
It would take me a couple of years because the clouds would just kill me. But I could always add to this mosaic. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I could always add to it. So yeah, Red Cat, I could do it. That'd be pretty cool. Actually, the Red Cat's going to be my next. I'm going to be using that next for my Witch Head. I'm going to do a Witch Head with that. All right, so let's do picture of the week. It's 9:30. Let's do picture of the week.
Do the thing.
And we got a Masters of Pixinsight class to give away, and that's coming up this week. Right, February 7th.
What class? What are they doing this week?
I'll tell you right now.
I wish they do them on the weekends. I mean, I understand why they don't. Who wants to work on the weekends if you don't have to? But darn it, I wish they do them.
Yeah, this weekend, and I'll share it on the screen. So this Tuesday, Masters of Pixinsight is doing the weighted batch pre-processing trip. They're starting back at the beginning again, but they're doing a deep dive just on the script. So that looks pretty cool.
It does look cool.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna. I keep on saying I'm gonna go to it, but Tuesday is the day, right before the show, and I kind of get stuck doing stuff and putting up new pictures and all that. I always forget. And then the Islanders usually play on Tuesday nights, so I watch that. But go.
Yeah, I would like to do that one.
Yeah, I think I want to do that one too, because I know I don't know, and I know WBPP pretty good, but I know there's stuff that I'm missing.
How long do their workshops generally last?
Hour and a half.
I figure like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yep.
I don't know the weighted batch pre-processing half as much as I should. I mean, I get in there and I'm able to make things work, but I think a lot of it is just accidental, honestly. And and what I do get to work, it's working because somebody, because I've been told to do it, or I read somewhere or heard somewhere, but I don't really understand the whole mechanics of it. And to really understand, I think to be really successful in Pixinsight, you have to understand what is going on.
Yeah, absolutely. And the original one that they did when 2.0 came out, that was really, really good. And now that it's gotten even more powerful, adding astrometric solution, a couple other things, it's definitely. We never looked at the. Oh, okay. So we'll end the poll. How about that? What happened to it? Did the poll show up? It didn't even show up, but it was ASI Air by 64%. So
wow.
Oh my.
So yeah, WBPP is a great class. It's 35. There it is. 64%, 21% for Nina, 7 and 7 for Maximum Shark Cap for 28 votes.
That's you know what? I'm actually a bit surprised to see that. To be honest with you, no,
I'm not surprised at all. ASI Air, it's huge. It's huge.
Well, yeah, but but we've always talked so much about. To be honest, we talk so much about Nina. I would have figured there would have been more Nina users, but that's surprising. So that was just surprising to me. It's really cool, but it's really surprising to me. That's all.
Yep. I'm a Nina user, but I have 2 of these.
Mm-hmm.
I got one on the Red Cat. I'm going to use the mini that I got on the ASCAR. And but these are really, I really like the Eagle. I love the Eagle. I love the Nina software. I love being able to run a whole bunch of stuff on it and do Pixinsight live stacking and all that kind of stuff on there. It's really, really cool. But you know what? A lot of people do use this. And in all fairness, this is where a lot of people start. And you know what? Because it's so easy and it's only for acquisition, that's where you end up. And you could do a lot of stuff with this. You could do the live stacking. You could do planetary. You could do DSO. You could do a whole bunch of stuff with this. But there are limitations. But for acquisition, this is all you need. Now, the problem that you get into, again, the bane of this is you have to use all of a ZWO stuff. You have to use the EAF. You have to use it. You have to use either DSLR or their cameras. Mounts are not a big deal. That you don't have to get an AM5. You can get pretty much any mount. But other than that, and sooner or later, ZWO, I'm sure they're going to come out with a rotator. I'm sure they're going to come up with an automated flat panel. I'm sure all this stuff is coming out eventually. They've always been one to innovate and look forward. And it would surprise the hell out of me if you don't see a new product by the end of this year from them.
No, as a matter of fact, I think I saw something on their Facebook page.
I did see like some dropped hints.
Yeah, some dropped hints of something's coming, and I'm betting it's probably a rotator.
It's probably a rotator. Yeah, I think that's the next one. I think by the end of the year you'll see a flat panel.
Yeah. One thing that would be kind of cool, though, to be honest, would be to utilize the ASI Studio a bit more, like the ASI Air for on that Windows PC. Because for people who do have the mini PC, like I do, I have the mini PC because I have that with Nina, and I do have ASI Studio installed on it. But to have that option, that other piece of software along with Nina, it would be nice because if I don't get along with Nina's acting finicky or something like that, maybe the ASI Studio software is more ASI Air like, and it would just work, like it does for my ASI Air. So who knows?
I'm just getting a new list of Masters of Pixinsight raffle entries. If you haven't entered for any of the raffles and you're new to the show, you go to AstroWorldWeb.com. We have 147 people now on this. We got one extra, so we're going to put this guy in the wheel. And AstroWorld and Mars. It's still called Mars Cam giveaway. It's so funny.
Yeah, to Scott's point, to your point, if you are such a new person to astrophotography, and who we are, and then who so many of us are, like myself, and all, and Jesse and Dan and all, we're busy people, and sometimes. If you're, at least I can speak for myself, I'm not retired or semi-retired, I'm not retired or semi-retired, anything like that. And also having kids, I don't always have the time to spend to learn, I can be kind of impatient, because
yeah,
I know, right? I don't get it, but hey, it is what it is. But being in this point in my life, I don't need a whole thing to be super over. I don't need the complication. I don't want to always. I love learning, but sometimes I just don't have the time to invest. Right?
Sometimes you just want it to work, and you want to go out and image.
Yep.
You want it like. If
just
you want to learn something new, tinker around, you want to do it on your own terms.
Exactly.
You don't want to be like, every time you go out and uncover your telescope and set something up, I'm like, well, I'm not imaging tonight, and now I'm learning something new because something's not working. I'm with you, Eric.
I'm always in there's always something that's not, that ends up acting goofy or not going right. No matter if I'm using the ASI Air or not, there's always something.
And when there's not, when there's not, like at this point when things are all working perfectly, like the family, but like, is everything up and running? I'm just like, I don't want to say anything because I'm like,
I don't want to jinx that.
Yeah. And as soon as I've done this to my husband, I'm like, okay, everything's up and running. Then 5 minutes later, I'm out here, speaking the language of salty sailors, and very loudly. And he's like, well, I guess it's not anymore. But and sometimes it's easy fix. But other times it's like, and it's like, that's it. I'm selling all of it. I can't deal with this anymore. But Eric, I'm with you. Like, it's all nice learning, when you get something new, there's going to be a new learning curve. When you kind of step up your game and decide, like when I started doing mono last year, I knew that there's going to be a learning curve, but I want it to be on my terms. This is a hobby for gosh sakes.
Well,
I mean, I'm already learning enough, when it comes to the processing and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, look at there. So, get the ASCAR 400. All right.
Somebody was asking, what focuser would you put on the? I like the EAF on this.
On the smaller refractors?
On the smaller scopes. Yeah, I got the EAF on the Red Cat. I got the EAF on this. I like this because, you know what? The Eagle is the weight of this. I mean, it's not, but it's heavy. You know what I mean? Do I want to buy 3 more Eagles at $2,100 each? No. So I just take this. So I bought the Mini for this. I'm going to put the Mini right here. I got the ASIR Plus on my Red Cat. And that's it. And again, it's only for acquisition for me. I'm going to come with my monster computer here and do all the processing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm right there with you, bro. I'm right there with you. I'm learning Pixinsight. Okay, I was using ASI. I was using APP in Lightroom for the longest. The astro imaging gods have gotten me over, to Pixinsight. Give me a break, one thing at a time.
Right.
I'm working here. I got a full-time job. I gotta focus on. My brain's gonna explode if I gotta do.
And you've got young kids. Teenagers. Yeah.
And they want things. They want, they want me to do things, and I've got 5 kids. 2 of them have 2 legs. 3 of them have 4 legs. They all drive me crazy.
I just saw Carol said, she's like, that she only has new equipment when it's warm. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. Like I am totally down with that. I don't like to add new equipment when it's cold. I actually, nope. No, you get stuff for Christmas and it'll wait till it's like 50 or 60 degrees, because it's Delaware. Just wait a couple weeks and it'll change, Yep.
Tarek
add new equipment when it's warm. Absolutely.
What does Tarek have? I want
a live show about how to install the autofocuser and set it up.
Are you speaking of the EAF?
Yeah. Well. Here's the thing with that. Setting up an EAF can be different on every freaking telescope. On every thing, yeah. Even when you're talking about refractors, it's different on an Explore Scientific refractor than it is on the Red Cat than it is on the ASCAR.
Because heck, here it is. This thing.
Where'd he go? What is he doing?
Here it is on the Rasa.
Yeah, so you need to get that bracket in there. You got to
bracket in here and everything. It's a little different,
Yeah, so
excuse the cabling, but it is what it is right now. But it's different for almost every setup. It just depends.
I literally have my and I might be selling this too. My Moonlight version 3 autofocuser. That it's for the refractor. I might be selling that too because eventually, if I go Moonlight again, I'm gonna get a Nightcrawler. So, but this is great. It's a 2.5-inch refractor focuser with the version 3 motor on.
Oh, yeah, Tarek says on any autofocuser. Choose any scope and do it. Choose any scope. Do it on the Hubble.
I mean, yeah, we could do that. Absolutely, we could do
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
It's not, the biggest thing is probably going to be step size, and to do that live may not be feasible depending on the skies.
Yeah.
Because you kind of need to figure out the step size. You got to kind of figure out, you got to have a rough focus first. So I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a difference for a setup live thing, and I don't know if that's going to be feasible to do. We could definitely do, the Pegasus one. Pegasus, the focus cube is almost the same exact thing as the EAF.
The EAF.
So,
yes, very much so.
Yeah, that's the one that I've been using, and I like it. And honestly, if I didn't have it, I'd be more inclined to jump over to the ASI Air, because I have one on each of my optical tubes, and I like it. I don't, but I've been having issues with the computer I use for capture, and I've been messing around with the Pi, and I just honestly, again, there it comes to that I just don't have a ton of time to learn the software in there. And I said I was going to do that over the summer, this past summer, and this summer summers are just not great for imaging, and that's when I have my time. So
yeah. You're saying you're having some? Are you talking? You're having some problems with your capture computer, with your actual internet?
Yeah, well, not my actual computer. It was a cheapie that I bought about 3 years ago on Black Friday, and on Christmas Eve I went to open it up, and I opened up just opened up the computer, and it would I heard
oh no,
and the back of it had literally popped open about 1.5 inches. I was able to do a little bit, and just, I think it's just because it's inside, it's outside, it's inside, it's outside. It's and I think just the constant temperature changes has finally, kind of did its, taken its toll on it. So I was able to do a little bit of, surgery and get it back together. So it's working, but it is probably not going to last for much longer. So I'm going to have to come up with something new for that. I mean, it's working now, or at least it was the last.
Consider the Melee. Consider the Melee Quieter 3. Yeah, MELE.
Okay.
It's the Quieter 3. It's a Quieter 3. It's a mini PC. It's a mini PC.
Okay.
That's what I'm using for Nina and everything. Okay. And it was about $260. And
yeah,
then
that's about where I want to be.
Yeah, and then I bought the but then you also want to buy an NVMe hard drive.
Oh, okay.
So you want to buy the MM2 hard drive stick, and and then because I think it's PCI 3. So get a PC. PCI 4 is going to be overkill. Save the money. Just find a PCI 3. And then when you can I got a 2 terabyte for $127. But but grab that, and they're really easy to set up. They come already with Windows 10 or Windows 11, or you can download it. I mean, Chad from Patriot Astro, he actually goes through the whole process as well, and it's a great little mini computer that you can use.
That sounds like an idea.
Because
I don't want to spend the whole money on an Eagle, and generally my astronomy funds come from the extra stuff I do, at work, and I really stepped out of a lot of those roles this year, so I do not have a lot of stipend money coming in June.
Sure.
No, the Melee is awesome. The Melee is great. So.
And then I bought a little. I haven't done it yet because it's so cold out there. I haven't had the need for it yet. But I bought based off of Chad's recommendations. On Amazon, I bought a little heat sink for it that I'll be able to put on with thermal tape, and then put that on there. So in the warmer months and stuff like that. But yeah, it's literally the Melee. It's about this size. It's literally about this size.
Yeah, that sounds like something that I need to actually think of. I mean, it's not going to happen right now, but I will actually reach out to you again.
Yeah, reach out to me.
That sounds exactly like what I'm looking for. So cool.
Yeah.
There you go.
Cool. All right. So let's get to the business here.
Yes, sir.
So let's talk about picture of the week. All right, picture of the week entry. So here we go. Here are the pictures of the week entries. The first one here is Greg Meyer and the Pac-Man.
Oh, I
love
the green.
Really awesome.
Again. Look at all that green.
My buddy put the green in there.
It's so beautiful.
It really is.
Then we got Jay.
Yes.
I like that with all the stuff around it.
with the Flux Nebula all over the place.
Yes. These are great. These have been some great photos.
Yeah.
Ooh, Christmas tree.
Oh, yeah.
Christmas tree and the fox fur.
Fox fur and Christmas tree. It's gorgeous.
Oh, my gracious.
And we got
I mean, you got this one with the lagoon. I mean, these are really with M20 and M7. Oh, yeah, M8. These are really, really good.
Wow.
Soul Nebula.
I like that. That's got some depth to it.
That looks like it looks like a bear to me. Doesn't it?
I like those
a
nebula thick.
Or a bison.
Yeah.
It looks like an upside down paw print.
There's his mouth.
It looks like you see the little bear. Yeah.
And his
like a little bear.
Oh, I see it now.
And the back and the back leg here and the belly.
Yeah, it looks like a little bear cub.
Yeah.
So.
Veil Nebula.
Veil, yep.
I don't know who this is. They didn't put a name in it.
Nice star reduction on that.
Yep. Then we got what is this? This is
oh my. I feel like I've seen this.
I don't know what this is. Chris, I don't know what that is.
Chris, which one is this one, man?
I don't know what that is.
NGC 7288.
Still don't know what it is. All right. Well, you stumped me on that one. All right.
Yeah.
I like it. It's nice.
Yeah, no.
Nice to see something that you don't automatically know.
We should put that in the overlooked objects catalog.
Right? They're not given enough love. These deep sky objects need a little love. Adopt the deep sky object to image.
Oh, yeah. We'll put it right next to the star registry. Right.
Yeah. This is some really tough competition on this one.
And we got 44 votes in. Here we go. And the winner is the Pac-Man.
Pac-Man!
20 votes. So I got 45.45% of the vote. Congrats to Greg Meyer. He's taken off from where with six picture of the weeks last year. And he just got his first one this year. So congratulations.
Congratulations.
Great job.
Big job.
And then we got that Masters of Pixinsight Class.
Yeah.
And where is that? Where's my? There it is.
Oh my gosh, Dan, those tabs. All those tabs up there. You've just given me a fresh burst of anxiety.
147 people. Here we go. Free class, and it's on this Tuesday. If you don't like it, you don't want to do it this Tuesday, you could do it anyone. You could it's a voucher for any class. So here we go.
And thank you again to Masters of Pixinsight for their support, and sharing out these classes. It's been awesome. Marsha Lutch.
I don't know if that's George, any relation to George Lutch, but Marsha Lutch won. So congratulations. Marsha. And there you go. So
I know, David, we always ask these questions. I mean, why are there not 147 people watching? You want to come on and you want to get the fun stuff, but you don't want to be on. But you know what? No matter what, I know we gave you one really cool thing that I do appreciate and I really love to know and I've learned is that those that can't, we have so many more people that, watch,
after the show's
replays,
over.
That they can't make the live shows or anything like that because
some people are sleeping.
Whatever else. Yeah,
for
whatever reason. But, I do truly, and I know we all do, we appreciate, everybody's support, and your rewatching and everything. So, it's awesome.
All right.
All right.
All right, cool. Hey, you got 40. We got 48 likes. Can we
Hey, you
get
got 48 likes. Absolutely.
Give me 2 more likes. Somebody else say you can put.
They gotta be out there.
Just if you hit it already, don't hit it again. It takes it away. So
it takes it away.
There's one more. Come on, one more. Come on. Hit the thumbs up. Log in with another account. Hit the thumbs up.
Oh,
there you go. 50.
There it is. Woo!
Somebody logged in with another account.
Awesome.
Thanks, everybody. And you know what? And I was talking about this with Jesse before, and I said, I think Eric, you were there, but you know what I would really appreciate, and know what would be great, if somehow, some way, we broke 2,000 subscribers by NEAF.
Mm-hmm.
It would be awesome.
It's a crazy stretch.
Mm-hmm.
It's a crazy stretch, but we're only 400,000 or 400,000.
400,000.
400,000.
We gotta wait.
We got 400 members. Just 400. So please get the word out. Get these people on here. Let's get more people on there. We're only getting about 50 a month or 60 a month new members without losing anybody. So, and it's been consistent since Astropalooza. So if we get 60 a month, February, March, April, so that's 120. So we really only need 280 extra people. So if we get 280 people, it'd be great. So tell your people, tell your friends, tell your family. Well, please do it. I don't want to inflate the subscriber number. I want to inflate it with people that actually watch, and hang out and do astrophotography. So if you know anybody, go into your astrophotography clubs. Just tell everybody what we're doing here.
Yeah, if you're going into your definitely your astronomy clubs, let them know, or before the club, your meeting starts, and you got a clip of it on YouTube. You can bring it up and share. While you're gathered chatting before your meeting starts or after your meeting, whatever you guys want to do, and share it with, share this. I would say, because we try to be a family show, family oriented, with outreach and everything. So if you want to share it with young people, get them involved and let them having fun, it would be great too, because I think it's a great opportunity for young people as well.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is, so I did also a whole, remember Astropalooza, 300 astronomy groups. What I'm going to do is I've been emailing them, but some of them haven't been answering. I don't know if anybody watches it. Maybe they think I'm spam, but I also have their address. So I'm thinking about mailing them a little AstroWorld package with some paraphernalia in there, and do maybe like one a week and just throw some stuff out there.
All right. That'd be a good idea. Just so they know that it isn't spam. Truly,
it's flyers and stuff like that, and say, hey, here's a self-addressed stamped envelope, and send it around with emails if anybody wants to be involved or information. Here's the email, and send it back to me. Something like that. I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's about that time.
Yeah, it's about that time.
Guys. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
You guys had a conversation about comments. I really didn't.
Yeah, we did. We did.
It was very interesting to me, though.
Yeah, and if anybody, like I said, we can have other conversations, or shoot me, Eric at AstroWorldWeb.com, over at email. Share your tips or share your tricks on how you guys do your acquisition when it comes to comets. I saw a few of them out there where they take just a few, especially doing mono, maybe like a small number, 3 or 4 of each filter per, and then they just do a loop, stuff like that. So different things just to try to keep up with it. So no, thank you for all the tips, and keep them coming. And hopefully, we'll have another comet coming, at sometime soon. And we've got the eclipse coming next year, but we got a lot of cool stuff happening.
Well, we've got one. Hold on. There's the annular, in October. Is that
Yep.
right?
Yep.
The annular in October, and then in April is the total.
Yep.
Yeah. So lots of cool stuff happening out in our, outside of our, little blue marble. So a lot of cool stuff happening. But thanks everybody for joining and sharing, your thoughts and having fun with us and hanging out.
Yep, absolutely.
And the support. We really appreciate it. Thank you to all of our sponsors. And if you can make, if you start making your plans now, we'd really love to see you guys at NEAF and hanging out, and we can have a, have a beer or whatever, just hang out and just.
I've been checking. There's plenty of rooms on. I've been looking at hotels.com. There's plenty of rooms right now.
Maybe after NEAF, we all, just, that night, maybe that Saturday night, we just go totally trash a bar, and we'll just go hit a local bar. I mean, the hotel's only 7 minutes away, or maybe we just trash the bar in the hotel.
Hotel. Hey, right there.
Then there's no driving, so that sounds like a better option.
And I'm totally cool with that. I'm totally cool with that.
I'm not so much of a beer person, but I will have my whiskeys. So
there you go.
I'm with you on that one, Dan.
There you go.
So, yeah, I don't do beer, but I'll bring some bourbon.
Bourbon, Irish whiskey, whatever. I don't care.
But, yeah.
Hey, yo, Chris, crash the party, man. Wedding crashers. Let's go. But anyway, everybody, hey, listen, great night tonight. Don't forget, next Wednesday we have Steve Malia coming on from Starfield Optics. Going to be a lot of fun having him on. I can't wait to see what he has, because I'm selling my Esprit. I'm looking forward. I might be in the market for a Newt, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm looking for something with 1,000 millimeters that's a little faster. Who knows? But we'll see. But everybody, have a good night. Take care, everybody. Be safe. Have a great weekend. And remember, as always, keep imaging, keep educating, and clear skies. And we'll see you on Wednesday night with Steve Malia.
Wednesday.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Take care.